Ready to dive back into the fiery chaos of House of the Dragon? Season 1 was a whirlwind of betrayals, battles, and breathtaking dragon moments. If you're itching to get the lowdown before Season 2, stick around because we're breaking down every major twist and turn you need to know. Let's get into it. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more deep dives into your favorite shows, movies, and intriguing facts. Now, let's get started. House of the Dragon, the epic prequel to Game of Thrones, is a masterful creation by George R.R. Martin and Ryan Condal for HBO. Based on parts of Martin's 2018 book Fire and Blood, the series begins about 100 years after the Seven Kingdoms are united by the Targaryen conquest, nearly 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, and 172 years before the birth of Daenerys Targaryen. Featuring an ensemble cast, the show portrays the events leading up to the decline of House Targaryen, a devastating war of succession known as the Dance of the Dragons. Let's break down the biggest moments from Season 1. After King Viserys dies in Episode 8, Aegon II Targaryen takes the Iron Throne with some serious maneuvering from his mom Alicent and granddad Otto Hightower. Aegon isn't exactly thrilled about it, but his coronation in Episode 9 shows how far Otto will go, forcing houses to swear loyalty under threat of death. In Episode 9, Princess Rhaenys is held captive after refusing to support Aegon's claim as king. During Aegon's coronation, Rhaenys is released by Kingsguard brother Ser Erryk, and she storms the coronation on her dragon melees. She returns to Dragonstone where she informs everyone of what's gone on, which causes Rhaenyra to go into premature stillbirth. During the decision to make Aegon king, many people disagreed on the rightful heir, including twin Kingsguard brothers Ser Erryk and Ser Arryk Cargill. Erryk helps Rhaenys escape and heads to Dragonstone where he presents Rhaenyra with her father's crown and she is declared queen, while his brother Arryk remains at King's Landing in support of the Hightowers. One of the show's most terrifying villains, let's not forget that in Episode 6, Lord Larys killed his own father and brother in a fire so he could inherit the title of Lord of Harrenhal. He gets closer to Alicent throughout the series, and by Episode 9, he informs her about the network of spies throughout King's Landing. In exchange for information about the spies, including her lady-in-waiting Talia, Alicent shows off her feat to Lord Larys. Following Alicent and Larys' foot exchange, he promises to take out the head of the spy ring, aka the White Worm, aka Mysaria. If you remember in Episode 2, Daemon declares he's going to marry her in a letter and she is with child, which she wasn't. Larys has her brothel burnt down, but we've got a feeling this is not the last we've seen of her. In the season finale, Otto Hightower presents Rhaenyra with terms from Aegon, asking her to bend the knee in exchange for keeping her title and Dragonstone. Despite initial hesitation, Rhaenyra decides to fight back, with Lord Corlys pledging his support. She sends her sons Jacaerys and Lucerys to gather allies from other houses. One of the most shocking moments is the death of Lucerys. Sent to House Baratheon, he encounters his uncle Aemond. Their dragons, Arrax and Vhagar, clash in a deadly aerial battle, ending with Vhagar killing Lucerys and Arrax. This tragedy fuels Rhaenyra's fury, setting the stage for an epic showdown in Season 2. After learning of Lucerys' death, Rhaenyra is devastated but resolute. Her eyes burn with fury as she realizes peace is no longer an option. War is inevitable. Meanwhile, Jacaerys travels to the Vale and Winterfell, seeking allies for the impending conflict. Rhaenyra's determination to reclaim the throne sets the stage for catastrophic battles in Season 2. The realm is on the brink of war, and the fight for the Iron Throne is just beginning. Fans eagerly anticipate the portrayal of the Dance of the Dragons, a historic event in the Game of Thrones universe. This epic war led to the near extinction of dragons, with House Targaryen torn apart by conflict. Rhaenyra leads the Black faction, allied with the Velaryons, while Alicent commands the Greens, using her son Aegon as a puppet king to unite the noble houses of Hightower, Lannister, and the other side of the Targaryens. Season 2 picks up right where we left off, with the bloody aftermath of Lucerys' death and the looming threat of all-out war. Lucerys' tragic fate was sealed when he lost control of his dragon, Arax, causing Vhagar to retaliate and kill them both. As the new season begins, war is on the horizon, and alliances will be tested like never before. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into your favorite shows. Drop your predictions for Season 2 in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the intriguing world of House of the Dragon.